Here are some solutions to problems that were mentioned in the last 4 parts, plus some new ones. Pay to win is exactly what it sounds like. Pay real life money to win in a game. There are tons of games that have already gotten rid of this model, but there are still a lot that haven't. The thing about pay to win is that it generates money, like billions of dollars. That's the reason why these games won't get rid of them. The reason why I want this to be gone is because the game in question is basically next to impossible to beat or complete unless you pay money into it to get a better advantage. It does not matter. If the player gains an advantage in the game by paying their way to the top, then it needs to go. Loot boxes are basically gambling and need to be scrubbed from the internet. The problem with these is that it's a lot like pay to win. The idea is that it's a randomly generated amount of items given to the player if they open a loot box. In some cases, you can actually trade in-game items for real life money. To me, this promotes gambling, something I do joke about here and there, but in actuality, it's a serious problem. A problem that can only be solved by going to rehab. So yes, get rid of loot boxes. Battle passes can ruin games as a whole, and I don't mean the idea of them. I think if well executed, battle passes can be really unique and a fun way to keep coming back to the game. The only really good example of a battle pass-like system is the Forza Horizon series playlist, which promotes things to do in the game to unlock new cars. That's really the only good system that I've seen. Unfortunately, it's the outlier and not the status quo. We have to get rid of battle passes that promote a premium or something like that. This is a lot like pay to win, since some items are basically locked within the premium battle pass. Battle passes, loot boxes, and pay to win are basically the same here as well. The holy trinity of shitty gaming. Okay, I can already see it now. You're sitting at your TV or your computer watching this video being angry because you think I'm about to mention DLC. But you're wrong. I think DLC can keep a game feeling fresh and revitalize it. What I mean is being able to buy in-game currency. The reason why I hate this is because the game can get inflated. The moment I see contains in-app purchases, I loathe the game. Games like that bother me due to most of the time having an inflated currency, and they don't lower the price of in-game items, so people who don't want to spend thousands of dollars now have to work twice or 3 times as hard as they normally would if the game was not so expensive. So yes, I want them gone. I never understood this unless the game used licenses to get things in the game. Like, there's no real reason other than, well, we want you to buy the new remake. The thing that bothers me the most about this is that most of the time, the game comes out to be more expensive than the original title. Like, it can range from $5 to a whopping $30 more than the original release. And given that real-world inflation does take effect, I don't think it should be $30 more than what the game originally released for. If a title that is 10 years old comes out and gets a remaster and it's just an upscale in graphics, then it shouldn't be no more than $15 to $20 more than the original. But if it's reworked from scratch, fully ported to modern systems, I can see the price being about $25 more than the original, but anything higher is ludicrous. Return rewards aren't really that bad, but some games abuse the fuck out of them. I mean, it's only bad in some cases, and I really don't see the reason for them unless it's cosmetic only. Denuvo is an anti-piracy software that is installed with the game. The problem with Denuvo is that almost every time it allows for piracy to take effect due to the software almost getting cracked. In some cases, weeks before the game comes out. It's almost always slowing the game down. It makes games feel sluggish and really doesn't work out too well. Yeah. This debate is as old as time, Sega versus Nintendo. Microsoft versus PlayStation. Dude, shut up. Almost every AAA title that comes out now is almost always on all systems. No one cares about exclusives anymore. No one has exclusives anymore. That's because almost every console is the same, and system. Just pick the console that you had games on the last generation. So let's say you had a PS4, get a PS5. If you had an Xbox One, then get a Series. It's not that complex. Most games are also cross-platform, so there's really no sense in arguing anymore because people only play cross-platform games. Another thing that I have to mention is that the only reason why a PC is better than a console is because you can do more with it. That's it. Consoles are only made for the express function of being a video game box and to possibly watch media on. There is no other function to a console, so stop comparing them. PCs are cool. Want my opinion about it? Dual wield. Have a console and a PC, or at the very least, a laptop instead of a desktop. It's 2024. It's not 1998. Stop this argument, and also, don't say I'm wrong because I'm legitimately right. I'm sorry if I offend you by mentioning things that are basically my opinion. These aren't facts of life, like the sky being blue or grass being green. I originally made the first part to raise some awareness about one of many sites that had been taken down. That was it. There was no reason other than that. If you like this kind of content, well then, like it. If you want to see more of me, comment down below Alan's Hot Juice Box. If not, damn. Oh well. I hope you have a good day, evening, and good night. See ya.